there's a serial murderer, maybe 5 miles from my house.
Yeah, it's a great topic. People are getting knocked dead left and right next to Woody.
Dude, does he have a name yet? Like, can I look?
Yeah, he's 15 years old. They don't have a motive yet. I'm pretty sure
that's
he was
the
taken
shooter?
alive. At the top there, are you looking at him?
The kid, the white kid with the Nike shirt?
Yes, that's the shooter.
This has got to be an old photo, right? Like they're doing like the
I've
young
seen
photo
so many
thing.
photos. Each one looks more innocent than the next. Like, do you remember Trayvon Martin
in this one?
Like at first you saw this like 6-year-old cherub beauty of a young guy, and then like later on he's got like grills, and you know he looked a little more dangerous.
Yeah, I just saw another picture. Maybe
every picture I see of this kid, he looks pretty innocent. Well, he's guilty.
You mean innocent, like a tiny guy, like a young guy. I know what you mean. Yeah. He looks non-threatening. You wouldn't guess.
That's a better word. Yeah, he looks non-threatening because he's definitely guilty and he's definitely crazy. And he murdered 5 people. And at first I thought maybe he was bullied or something. I tried to make some sense out of it. He killed an altitude. His victims are like 55, 60, 30, just like whoever was in the neighborhood at the time. I don't know.
Just in his
he just went on a rampage.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's not a serial killer. That's serial killers are cooler than spree killers. See, spree killers,
okay.
Spree killer, he doesn't have any plans or ambitions. He's just got a lot of rage.
Yeah, I would call it a speed run serial killer.
A spree
killer.
I
don't think I want to make light of your dead neighbors, but
okay.
But
you're probably right.
I mean, but
so there's no reason they haven't figured anything out yet. I'm trying to scan it.
I mean, 5 miles away, that could have been you out there in your scooter or something like that, you know?
Right. What if he saw me flying around? He shot a 29-year-old cop, a 52-year-old woman, a 34-year-old woman, and a 49-year-old woman. Like, these are just randoms around.
You fit right into that demo. You're his demo. Middle-aged white people.
I'd be good for shooting.
That's so sad. Just someone like doing something innocent, living their life, walking around the neighborhood, some monster. Just it's over.
You act like joggers aren't annoying at all.
I mean, what if it was like they're calling him the cyclist killer, and it was a serial killer around the country that only attacked cyclists
who were a little too far over.
He would he'd drive around in his truck
and he'd wait. Road.
He would just go on the road and he'd wait for cyclists that blew past stop signs, and then he'd like release cryptic dash cam footage, almost Sam Hyde style, yelling and mocking them before he runs them down. That guy would not be as hated as like other groups of people. The random attacker serial killer would be reviled much more than the road cyclist killer.
Yeah.
So every time you bring up like road cyclists, there's always like some European guy who's like, yeah, why are you Americans so backward? You can't even ride your bike. And it's like, you live in a country the size of my neighborhood. Like there's like, what are you talking about? Like, we need cars. We need all this stuff. And like our roads, maybe Europeans don't know this, our roads are not made for cyclists. So when they're on a windy road, it's just them in the lane, just hanging out problem. 2 feet in your lane. And it's like, so now I get to swerve around you on a corner where there could be oncoming traffic. Thank you, sir, for off-putting all sense of responsibility and making all of us kind of the adults in the room who have to be careful not to tip over the child. Everyone put your safety on the line so that this person is prioritized. Tremendous selfishness. Hate it.
I thought cars had the right of way this whole time. I've been running them off the road.
They should. I think that's something we should get behind. I'm voting for whoever puts that in. No more cyclists on the road. They get their own roads.
No more mollycoddling the cyclists of America.
I saw a cunt jogging on the road near me. There is a path. There's a sidewalk, and she's jogging on the road. And it's like, fuck you. Fuck you. Like, what's wrong with you?
You should hit her. And you know what? Darwin would approve.
Darwin would approve as I'm like clasped in irons, but it was like Darwinism.
The survival of the fittest.
And they're like, not only is that tremendously ascientific, you are a murderer. Well, we would have got you for manslaughter, except for that 10-minute rant on your podcast about this.
Now it's murder one.
Now it's murder one. No, I was joking. It was a joke. I was joking. It's a meme.
Raleigh's working their way up the murder rankings. I don't mean to flex on.
Well,
you
I
guys.
mean, the spree guy really
second place.
I think it came before that. We were 14th fastest rising in murders, and I just don't think St. Louis.
Who was keeping up with that stat?
Hold on, I'll find out.
What a horrific stat.
Someone's got to keep track of it.
Charlotte's really on the rise.
Here, cities with the highest increase in homicide rate since October. Oh, this is from yesterday. Cities with the highest increase in homicide rate.
Are we 14th in yours as well?
You are 14th. Raleigh, North Carolina. Ha ha! Look at St. Louis down at 3. Fuck you, Kansas City and Detroit. Now you're the losers. Oh no, wait. I guess we still have a lot more.
But look at that. You're down like 15% and you're changing homicides. Actually, it's 15 raw. But yeah, so you're slipping and we're rising. Watch your back, St. Louis.
We're rising. Dude, St. Louis is a shithole. It's worse now than ever. Like
you're not even good at murder anymore.
Even good at murder anymore. Well, the numbers are probably going down because fewer of them are getting caught.
Because we use handguns and you use hammers.
So many cops are resigning because it's just fucking dangerous. And I could see how that would happen. Like if you're a cop and a bunch of your fellow cops resign, then you're forced into a more dangerous situation. I would imagine.
Does it say why they're resigning? Is it the danger? Is it the anti-police sentiment?
Well,
I know that like St. Louis City has never like been good about like having the backs of cops like some cities do. So maybe that has something to do with it.
Do you want them to have the backs of cops?
Not really. Like I mean, well, it depends on the situation. If it's like a reasonable situation, yeah. If it's like one of those fucking dude in Vegas getting gunned down, playing the Macarena, like, yeah, obviously you do not want like the Vegas city council or whatever being like, we are going to form a wall around this guy and protect our boys in blue. Like, yeah, clearly you don't want that.
Yeah. Good judgment. Obviously, that's the way to go.